Namaskar. Today we will learn step-by-step procedure for a headstand, standing on head. Headstand is considered as the best asana in Hatha asana, but please don't be in hurry to start directly with headstands. Okay, it is a slight difficult asana to do, not very difficult, but initially you should do more of a inverted asanas first, like Sarvangasana, where you can just lie down and raise your. So this will try to bring a balance like this. So initially start doing these asanas, then do some other yoga exercises. After maybe few days or weeks, then you can try to do headstands. There is very few important points which you must take care while doing this. If you have any kind of head injury or very high BP or any other condition which restrict you, please don't do it. Okay. So let us start. The first and the most important thing while you will do the headstand is that you never do a headstand on this portion. This is very soft portion, and this is the most common mistake most of the people will be doing, that they will stand on this position, and this is very soft and delicate, and instead of getting any benefit out of it, it is worst. Okay, so make sure the best headstand is done on your forehead, this area, but initially it is difficult to do on your front portion. Okay, then the next best is maybe this forefinger, if you move towards your head, then this portion. So always try to do initially maybe on this portion, and then eventually over the years of practice you will be able to do on your forehead. This is very hard and very strong area. Okay, so let us do how we can start learning it. Initially please don't try to do in one day, maybe eventually you can learn, but this is the process, step by step process by which you can learn. Sit in a Vajrasana like this first. Then bring your hands on your mat. Now while doing headstand, it is not, the complete weight is not coming on your, the complete weight will not come on your, only on your head. Okay, you need to take some weight, on your hands also. So the best position is cross your fingers like this and then put on the ground. Now you need to keep it strong and straight, don't just sag it like this, because you will be taking weight of your body on your lower arm also. Some weight will be distributed here. So cross like this and then stand, put like this. Okay. Now initially please take a cloth, a soft cloth, just roll it round, okay, so that it is uniform. Put it under your head. Okay. Now let us see how we can proceed. Cross. Now how you can measure is the distance is like this. If you want to see how much gap I need to keep between my hands, then catch like this. See, this is the distance, and then put both of your elbows on the ground and then release and then cross. This is the best position. Okay, now try to put this portion only, not your head. So this portion above your forehead, four fingers above your forehead. Okay, now put this portion on the ground and then raise your hips like this. Then raise your hips like this. Okay, and then slowly walk towards the wall like this as far as you can, and then raise your one leg. The gap between the wall and your hands, it must be around, you can say 1 feet or 1.5 feet. There must be a gap between these. You have to start near a wall first. Okay, crossing, putting your head, and then raise your legs like this, and then walk. See, walk as far as you can. Then bend one leg like this. Okay, so this will provide the flexibility like this. See, like this. So what you have to do, just raise one leg and like this. Then apply a pressure and jump and hold it here. If you want to come down, again come down and try again. So just stand here. Slowly you can raise, but still don't try to be independent. Wait here for some time. I'll tell again the procedure. One leg in front, drop. Okay? So I'll repeat it again. Catch like this. Put your hands maybe around 1 to 1.5 feet from the wall so that you are comfortable. Okay? Then put your head, use a cloth initially. Put your head like this. Cross. Firm. Hand should be firm. Then raise your hips and walk towards like this. Keep them straight. Then bend one leg. So this is kind of flexible. It will provide a thrust to jump. And then provide a thrust and jump and stay. Stay here. You can try to raise, but don't lose your balance. Stay like this. And initially when you want to straight your legs, what you do? You bend your leg like this. And then slowly take them away, taking the weight on your body first, like this. Okay? And when you're very comfortable, then only try to raise them, initially. So you can always touch to the wall when you're not confident and stand. Bring a balance. You can again go towards the wall. After doing a headstand, you can initially hold for a minute and then gradually you can increase. Always do a relaxing asana, that is called the Shashank asana. Put your hands on thighs, inhale, go down and put your head on the ground and relax your hands like this and drop and stay. Stay here for at least 30 seconds to a minute. After relaxing for a minute, you can relax. So headstand is a very good asana. It is called the king of the physical asanas, but please make sure the first common mistake is doing it independently without the help of anybody. So you can fall down and it can hurt you. Similarly, your neck can be hurt if you do it incorrectly. And thirdly, you should not do on this portion. Ideally on forehead. It is difficult to do on forehead. Then the next forefinger, this area please. Always this area. If you do it here, it is dangerous. It is very dangerous because this portion is very soft and have glands. Okay. Thanks, but please be careful while doing this asana. Take your time. Gradually learn to increase near a wall and then do it. Thanks for watching my channel. Namaskar. Thank you.